and welcome to Index Card Friday. I just really fast because I don't know. Hopefully you can tell my voice is getting better, but I don't know how much talking I'm going to be able to do. So we are going to do an index card. At the end of the index card, I'm going to show you the things I found at the flea market last Friday when I was with Dana. So those of you that couldn't care less about that, and that's totally fine, you don't have to watch. But you know, we're going to do what I know you're here for, which is the index card. So I'm probably going to be fairly quiet because I don't want to have to cough. And next week, there'll probably be no videos except for maybe I will put a video on of, you know, things that we're seeing and things we're doing. Really fast, and I know, I apologize for this. I know I'm a pain. I've heard from you. I don't know where your addresses are. I need Nancy Beebe. If you're watching, please. I have your index card ready to go. And then Lori Gordon, 1970. I have your index card ready to go. I know you have sent me your address, and I'm so sorry. I can't locate it. So I also have another, believe it or not, there is another Nancy Gordon. And yeah, so if you can just, they won't go out until I get back, but at least they'll go out. So let's get started. This, I'm trying to incorporate die cuts. And those of you, while I'm gone, those of you that are interested in having any of the mini die cuts, and I don't have a lot of the negatives, but I will put negatives in. I'm using the negatives that I do have. So I've got all of these, and of course there's going to be plenty. I will create more if I need to. Send me a self-addressed envelope. I will have in the description box of today's video my home address. So if you are interested in me sending you some of the little mini die cuts, and they do that, this particular week will come from the little framelit 662270 Sizzix. These are Tim Holtz. Now I did cut out some jars, and I'm hoping there'll be a jar, not both jars, but a jar in each set that I send you. And I did start cutting some of the little tiny bows. These have little bows, and they're little tiny. Some are probably going to have them. You know how I am. I'll cut more, but I mean, you got to figure two tiny little bows over and over and over again. Let's see if I can find a bow in here. The die cut is about that big and about that long. So it takes so much time to cut those little bows. So I am going to try to include, please don't be disappointed if you don't get a bow. You can make a bow out of thread or string, or not have any bow at all. Put a little flat back pearl. Don't put anything, because if you look at the, like here's one of the jars. If you look at the jar and it doesn't have a bow, it's just not that big a deal. So, yeah, I'm going to do the best that I can. I can already feel that my throat is getting scratchy. Excuse me, so let's move on. So this is, yeah. So just send me a self-addressed stamped envelope, and I will get them in the mail to you. So this is what we're making. I grabbed a scrap 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, cut it in half, so 6 by 12, and pretty sure I left this a 6. Maybe I didn't. A 6 by, I think I did. No, it's a 6 by 5 1/2. So 6 by 5.5, and here is the other half. Here's the other piece. So what I'll do is I'll run this through the die cut machine and make flowers out of this. So what I did is I folded it in half, created a pocket, took a divot out of this, and I cut down, I think, one line of the index card. So you have on the back writing space, used a die cut there. Put a die cut on the front with, I think that's a Tracy Fox label. And then I took the other piece. This isn't making any sense to me at all. Okay, that's what it is. There you go, 6 by 12 or 5.5 by 12. Scored it at 2 and at 4 inches, and then just folded it like that. And actually, I think it would go, well, that's upside down, so it's not going to go like that. It's going to go, how are we going? Back on itself. So it's going to go like this. So you're going to score it 2 and 4, and then accordion fold it like this, and we're going to take a divot out of that. What this does then is it creates a pocket here that's got die cuts in it, and then I took a scrap, put a die cut on the outside of that, created a pocket, and put 2 die cuts in there, and then this is a honeycomb die cut. So that's what we're creating today. So I think, keeping this in mind, and I'm so sorry about that. We're just going to move, and I'm going to say nothing unless I absolutely have to. There's no distressing, so you can distress if you want. So we are going to take our, I'll give you the measurements just so that you know, 6 by 5.5, and it was scored at 2 and 4. And then it is accordion folded like that. So we're going to take a divot out of here. We're going to take a divot out of there. Just so you know, you can identify, okay, that's a pocket. So if you want, you can measure. You know me. I don't measure. If it's crooked, it never bothers me. You know, if it does, then I try to fix it. So I'm going to go to a different punch. And I'm going to try to line it up. I'm going to punch this. Keep my fingers crossed. I think I want it a little bit deeper. So we're going to go a little bit deeper. And I'm going to say I like that. Get these pieces out of my lap before the cat comes and eats them. So this is what we're going to have here. Pocket with a divot, and then a pocket here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our glue, and we're going to close our pockets. So any white glue, any glue that you prefer is what you're going to grab. And this to me is the front, so we're just going to go down these 2 sides here. You don't have to worry about that. The bottom, because you've got to fold. So we are going to, I hope everybody is good. I was so bad with comments this week, and I apologize. I've read the comments. I think there's one I need to answer. Somebody was asking me about my punch, and I am wondering if it was this corner punch here. Sky got to it. So that's what I have. Isn't that lovely? I'm not positive if this was the punch or not, but it doesn't have any. I'm going to have to go back and read the comment. I on purpose didn't answer it so that it would show up, but this might be the punch, and I'm wondering, because the handle's chewed. Pretty sure I got these at Hobby Lobby. let's see what this says. Oh, these are Martha Stewart. So, yeah, but I don't know what that's called. But that might be, and I could be totally wrong. That might not even be what you're talking about. So I've got to go read that. I just have not felt well, exhausted, just zero energy. So here is this pocket, very, very simple. And then we want this to be a pocket, a long pocket. So we're going to come down the side, and then we're going to go across the bottom. Now you can take this to the machine and stitch it. And that's the thing about last week's. I still haven't stitched it, but I will stitch it before it goes in the mail. No worries, I will not forget. So we've got that, and then I just got in my scrap pile. You remember we used this. And I just created a little, I think it's a 2x2. It is, it's a 2x2, and I took a little divot. And once again, you can distress this if you want with your inks. You can stitch this. If you stitch this, you're going to want to stitch it before you you would want to stitch this before you do this one, or you're going to lose part of this pocket because it comes up to here. So you don't want to stitch that down and lose this pocket. So you would stitch this on and then do this front pocket. And then what I did is, I know last week I had showed you some new die cuts that I got. So here's our honeycomb. And then we have the bees. Sorry, they tend to get so tangled. We've got these bees here, and this is the one that I cut off for this one. And I don't think that this will fit. I'm going to have to fold this up, but I am going to include this die cut in this pocket, but I'm not going to be able to get it in that way. So I will fold this up, so when this comes to whoever wins this, chances are this will not stay attached. It's pretty weak. But if you wanted to lay this down on a page like that, you could just line excuse me, line it up and you'll be good to go. But I had cut an extra right here to go ahead and put onto here. Just a little, just a little something something, because he's so cute. I tell you, I cannot wait for this cold to be gone. It is, I mean, I'm feeling better every day, but still, it is awful. I appreciate everybody's well wishes and thoughtfulness. So there we go. We are putting that there. And then sometimes I just need to stretch the paper just a little bit. And we're going to see if we can get the honeycomb in there. This would be really, really cute with a bookmark in it, but it's a great place for the honeycomb. And then we're going to put a couple leaves in here. You can see right there. It is this one and It's this one and this one are going to go in here. Cute, cute die cuts. And the die cuts that I used for this are Tim Holtz Thinlits 661206. And I don't think they're named. I think that really is. They were on sale. You can see this was Hobby Lobby. This was $22.99, and they were on sale at the time. So 661206, and it's a really cute die cut. I wasn't so sure when I picked it up, but I do like it. So I think probably what I'm going to do is I will have a week where all the die cuts will be leaves. Now, when I do that, they're not going to be green. If I don't have green cardstock, then I will cut leaves out of neutral paper and maybe paper that's got a green pattern to it. I'll try to get it, you know, as authentic as I can, but you know, this pattern, if it was pink and roses, I mean, yeah, you can use that. It doesn't have to be green. So this is good. We've got your honeycomb in here. We've got your leaves, this little pocket with the bee, and now we need to put something on the front of this. And what I was going to do, I think, this will not fit inside the pocket, so I'm pretty positive this is what I was going to use on this, because I can cut the tail off of this. I should say the stem. You're not going to miss it. You're not going to know it was even meant to be there. So we're going to glue that on, and we're going to put a little label at the bottom. So what I will do when I get to the leaves, I will go through my papers and just try to find paper that's not funky, you know, that makes funky leaves. And chances are it'll be paper that maybe is not my favorite, but that would make a great die cut. But for the most part, I try to use my scraps. See how this looks. Just fit this on there. Okay. All right, guys. That looks really cute. And then I'm pretty sure there was a label. Yeah, there's a label on the front. So I think that looks really cute. Yeah, we are going to use this label for the front. And I like to leave a little stem at the bottom, just a little bit. You don't have to. I just like it because it kind of carries, instead of cutting the flower stem off right there when you see the label. If you see a little bit of stem, I think that looks cute. So now I'm going to try to get these. Let's see how many of these I can get inside of here. So we've got two like that. Hopefully this one will fit. It should, I hope. This one, I think I'm going to cut just a tiny bit off. Not much, you won't notice. And then this guy, I'm putting several more in here than I did on mine. And then we'll see if we can get that in here. and it will be ready to go. We've got quite a bit of space. So keep your fingers crossed that we make this. They're so, I want to say, frail and fragile, and they really kind of are, but then they aren't. So it's hard to explain. Let's see if we can get this all in there. And if you get a die cut and it looks like the stem, it's torn, when you're gluing it, you can glue it back together and you're good to go. Okay, so this is ready and cute as can be. So now we've got this piece here, and literally what I did for this piece was just fold it in half to create this pocket. So this is a, what did I say this? Did I say this was 6? Yeah, so we're gonna fold it. I'm gonna get my, where is my, we are gonna score this just to make it easier to fold. So I'll score this at 3. And we're going to cut a divot off the top. This would be, this little journal card would be so cute in a, you know, it's funny, the same thing happened on my other one, but this little journal, this would be so cute in a journal, in a pocket. And I got to thinking that, what are you doing with you're not really creating with your index card, Charlotte. You're creating using an index card. And I started thinking about that the other night, and I thought, well, it's a good way, though, to use index cards, I think. Even though I may not be folding the index cards and using the index cards as such, I think that this is a cute way to use index cards. In this upside down, but you're not going to see it. It isn't going to matter, so it's not a big deal. We're going to glue the side and the bottom to create that pocket. And what I can do is I can switch these out. I'll switch this one with mine so that whoever gets this will get one that is right side up, because I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. So then we are going to cut our index card on the bottom blue line. And that should fit just perfectly on the back of this. And it does, just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and use wet glue. I'm keeping this one, it doesn't matter. I am good with this. So we are going to center that, which I didn't. That was a lousy job of centering, but I'm going to leave it. It is down now. If I'd used a glue stick, I wouldn't have had that issue, but that's okay. And then I'm going to take this little green leaf die cut and put it right there. just like this, just for a little decoration and just a little something something. And yeah, we're crooked. We are crooked, but that's okay. So then on the front, we are going to take, isn't this just like the prettiest little thing? We're going to take and we're going to glue this down. And probably with die cuts, you know, the time it takes to do die cuts is just amazing to me. Hours, just hours. Because you have to measure your paper, you have to lay your die cut down, you have to run it through the machine, then you have to clean it up, and then in the end it's like, oh, look at that. So cool. I mean, it's worth it, but it's not something, you're not creating 50 die cuts in an hour, that's for sure. But I love die cuts. Okay, so then we're going to take our label, make sure it is right side up, and we're going to put our label on the front, just like that. And so I'm going to keep this one, and y'all are going to get this one because it's just neater. Yeah. And then we're going to kind of take the bone folder, just kind of stretch that a little bit, and then this goes in here just like that. And there's our index card for this week. So this one is mine. I don't want to get them mixed up. This one is yours. Just stuffed full of yummy goodness. And then let's do our giveaway. And this will be next week's. Okay, so that is that. I hope you like that. I did not hear from the week before, so we're going to redo that one. But this is last week, so let's give this one away. I went through the comments, pulled out all the names, and redid that. So how about Second Chance Crafting? I need to hear from you. I know I'll be gone. Just shoot me a message through Etsy, and this will be yours. Let me put the cap in here, and let's give away last week's because I never heard from her. All right, if you remember the week before, was this cute booklet here. So let's redo this. Good luck, everyone. How about, okay, I had two. How about Crafter Deidre? All right, let me hear from you, girlfriend, and that is yours. Okay, for those of you that are interested in seeing what I picked up at the market with Dana, stick around because that is coming up. I picked up a couple really, really cute things. So, let's see what all I got here. Let's empty this. And then I have something that I thought, I mean, I really found a deal. A big deal. So, all right, let's just go ahead and show these keys here. I got these keys for $2.50, I believe. There's a price on here. She took it off. Okay. What I am going to do, I just thought some of these keys were just kind of cool. I think they're brass. They're all brass, which is neat. And it says Holly Mail. And here's a Curtis. I just thought that it was interesting how the shape of that, and then you've got your Yale, what you see, and then this is pretty common. But I think what I might do with these, I'm going to clean them up, And then I think I'm going to put wire around them with beads. That's my idea for this. So we'll see what ends up happening with these. And then I picked up this. And these were, I believe, $1.99. But isn't she just the cutest little cherub? And it's metal. And I thought she would be cute on something. I don't know what. But yeah. And then I got this one was I think $2.99, and it is like a wreath of vegetables. And I know that sounds kind of odd. And at one point I put it back and I thought, no, I'm not going to get that. And then I thought, no, this is one of those things where if I left, excuse me, and thought about it, I'd be sorry. So there's like a squash and a pepper and a tomato and some beans here and then greenery in the back. And I just thought this was cool. So that would be, I think, really pretty on a journal as well. And then I picked up, you can see these were $2.50. I don't know how long the lace is. These were $2.50. These were the same. These are the same, and these are the same. So let's open one and see how much lace there is on here for $2.50. I'm happy with it. No, it looks like it's probably a yard. This is the back side, but this is the side that's got the texture, which a lot of times I will use the back side because it's raised. But that's just really pretty. And I think if I do another 10 journal, which I'm thinking about doing one in roses, I think this would be really, really pretty. So I'm very happy with that. So I got that. And then she probably took all the prices. I never spend more than $1 or $2 on a doily. I still have to wash these. I mean, they're pretty clean, but I like to wash. And I haven't made up my mind yet if I want to tea or coffee dye. I was thinking about doing, look at the work on this. I mean, it's just so beautiful. But I was thinking about doing a pink and green rose journal. And so that's why I picked this up. Normally I stay away from doilies like that, but I just thought the greens were so pretty. And then I got this one here. And then I thought this was really neat, all like a honeycomb. So that was cool. And then if you look at the little edge, it's just so pretty. And then this I really, really liked. I'm not sure what I'll do with this. I don't know if I'm going to cut it or if I'm going to try to use it whole. But I just thought, yeah, really, really nice. Then there's this. You can never go wrong with one like this because look at all the cutting that you can do and the possibilities that you have. So loved that. But now are you ready for what I think was the greatest find? It kind of depends on when you grew up. But look at this. Do they call this, is it lucite? I don't know, is it from like the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, in that time frame? This little box has a glass container in it, and there's no chips on it. Look at that. It's just, I thought I could put pins in here. I could put little, I have to clean it still, but I've got like Tim Holtz pins. Be perfect for that. I've just got them in a little jam jar. But how cute is this? And what did I spend for this? Got that $3.99 celluloid box. That's what they called it. $3.99. This was one of the, believe it or not, I sat there thinking about this. Excuse me. They were having a sale at the booth. I either got 10 or 20% off of this. So I thought, Charlotte, what's there to think about? Just get it. But look at this one. This was at the same booth. Look at this. This has a piece of lace on the inside of it. Isn't that just a beautiful? I knew this was coming home with me regardless of anything, because just because of that. What did I pay for this? $4.99 minus 10 or 20%. I can't remember, but look at that. Isn't she so pretty? So you are probably going to, in a video, see these sitting here with something in them. This is my Villeroy and Bach. I get asked about this all the time. It is porcelain. I got this when we were living in Germany. And I keep beads. And that's just my scraggler beads in here that if I need something, I can just grab it really quick. But this, I am so in love with this. I would have cried had I left. I don't even know why I thought about it. And then every once in a while, something catches your eye. And she caught my eye. No, she's just made in China. But she was sitting there. I got her for $16. And, I mean, this means nothing to me. Floppy Tompkins, collectible bunnies. I don't collect bunnies. But I saw her, and I will not keep the stand because I don't care about that. I'll just have her. And yes, it's getting close to Easter, but it is not about Easter. She just kept, look at her little face. Her face caught my eye, and I thought she could just be sitting in one of my chairs in my living room, or she could be sitting in the dining room on a table, and that's why I won't have her standing. I need to take this. Let's just take this off. I couldn't care less about the stand, but just to have her, it's just like some cute personality, just sitting there, because she is adorable. So I had gone down an aisle and I saw her. And I looked at her and I thought, she's so cute, but do you need her? No, I don't need her. What are you going to do with her? I don't know, but yeah, she's cute. Well, if you walk out the store and you don't have her, are you going to think back? Are you going to wish you got her? And so I walked off, and Dana and we just kept shopping, and we got towards the end when we were getting ready to go, and I said, I just got to go get her. And I said, Dana, what do you think? And Dana's like, Charlotte, it's $16. And I'm going, yeah, but it's $16. It's $16. You don't need it. But she makes me happy. So, one thing about me is I love, I've got toys. My house is pretty whimsical. It's not cluttered with toys, but it's got, you saw some of it when I did the share of the one room. And if you're interested, I can show you like my living room. It gets pretty eclectic. There's an antique pew bench at the front door that she would be really cute if she was seated on that. So I won't put her in here because she'll just get lost amongst all the, you know how that is. So she's not staying in here. But yeah, so this is the stuff that we got. We had a really, really fun time. And I just wanted to share it with you. So hopefully you, well, this one was mine. This is yours. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed what I'm sharing. And I'm on a plane Saturday morning. So I am out of here, guys. And I hope that you stay safe next week. I will think about you. I will miss you. And I'm going to try to have everything in the mail tomorrow. So, yeah, be good. Just be good. Just be safe. And I will catch you in the next video. And yeah, love you guys. Bye.